Chloe Ayling, UK model kidnapped for dark web auction, reveals ordeal. A British model who was allegedly kidnapped and detained for 6 days in Italy while her captors attempted to sell her in an online auction says she feared for her life after returning to her London home. Chloe Ayling, a 20-year-old mother of one, said she was attacked by 2 men after arriving in Milan in mid-July to take part in a photo shoot arranged by her agent. Ayling was drugged and placed in a bag before being transported to a cabin in a remote town in the Italian Alps, she told authorities. A person wearing black gloves came up from behind and put one hand on my neck and the other on my mouth, while a second person, wearing a black balaclava, injected me in my right arm, she said in a statement to police, which was published by Italian newspaper Corriere della Sera. I think I lost consciousness. When I woke up I was wearing a pink bodysuit and the socks I'm in now. I realized I was in the boot of a car, with my wrists and ankles tied and my mouth taped. I was inside a bag, with only a small hole that allowed me to breathe. I've been through a terrifying experience. I feared for my life, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, Ayling reportedly told Britain's Daily Telegraph newspaper. I am incredibly grateful to the Italian and UK authorities for all they have done to secure my safe release. Lucas Herba, a 30-year-old Polish national who resides in the United Kingdom, was arrested on kidnapping charges after dropping Ayling off outside the British consulate building in Milan on July 17, police said. According to police, Ayling arrived in Milan on July 10 after agreeing to take part in a photo shoot which had been arranged through her agent for the following day. Police said that she was then attacked on July 11 by 2 men at her arriving at the apartment where the photo shoot was supposed to take place. She was taken to a cabin on the outskirts of Lemmy, a remote town in the Italian Alps, where she was kept handcuffed to a wooden chest of drawers in a bedroom for a week, police said. The suspect allegedly used encrypted accounts to ask the model's agent for $300,000 to stop the online auction from going ahead, according to Italian police. The suspect also allegedly told the agent that he was operating on behalf of the Black Death Group, an organization involved in illegal trafficking on the dark web, a layer of the internet accessible only through anonymizing networks like Tor. Ayling told the Telegraph that her kidnapper said she was being released because she had a young child, and that such an abduction contravened the group's rules. Italian investigators have since established that the suspect had already organized several online auctions for the sale of kidnapped girls, referring to them as prey. The websites for the auctions included a description of the victim and a starting price, but police said it was still unclear whether the suspect had made them up. Authorities said they are searching for at least one more person in connection with the kidnapping. Investigations in the case are ongoing in Italy, Poland and the United Kingdom. Glamour model Chloe Ayling, 20, tells of terrifying kidnap by sex slavery gang. A British woman who says she was kidnapped in Milan and held captive for 6 days while a criminal gang tried to auction her online as a sex slave has spoken out. Glamour model Chloe Ayling, 20, told reporters on the doorstep of her mother's home in Coulston, South London, that during the ordeal she had no idea if she would live to tell the tale. I've been through a terrifying experience. I feared for my life, second by second, minute by minute, hour by hour, she said. I'm incredibly grateful to the Italian and UK authorities for all they have done to secure my safe release. I have just arrived home after 4 weeks and haven't had time to collect my thoughts. I am not at liberty to say anything further until I have been debriefed by the UK police. Ayling gave a detailed account of the alleged abduction to Italian police. It is believed she was drugged with horse tranquilizer ketamine, stuffed inside a bag then bundled into the boot of a car on 11th of July after she was lured to Milan on the pretext of a photo shoot. She was then said to have been kept in a house tied to furniture for 6 days while her alleged abductors apparently auctioned her on the dark web for £230,000. In her statement, Ayling described the moment she regained consciousness after being drugged. When I woke up I was wearing a pink bodysuit and the socks I am wearing now, she said. I realized I was in the boot of a car with my wrists and ankles handcuffed, adhesive tape on my mouth. I was inside a bag and was only able to breathe through a small hole. It is claimed her captors released her without harming her or receiving any payment when they learned she has a child. Milanese police believe she was transported in the bag to Borgio, an isolated village near Turin, before being released on 17th of July. An online advert is reported to have been created using a photograph of Ayling showing her curled up with a calling card on her stomach offering sexual services and giving her vital statistics. Italian newspaper Il Giorno reported Ayling was told she would be sold outside of Europe. He, one of the alleged kidnappers, told me that he alone had earned more than €15 meters, £13.5 million, in the last 5 years and explained to me that all the girls are destined for the Arab countries, the paper reported she said. When the buyer gets tired of the girl bought by auction, they can give them to other people, and when it is no longer of interest they are to become a tiger meal. Black Death, the organized crime group suspected of her kidnap, claim they released her after finding out she has a 2-year-old child, Italian police said. Investigators said they found a letter after searching a computer belonging to the gang, which read, "You are being released as a huge generosity from Black Death Group. Your release does, however, come with a warning and you should read this letter very carefully. You are certainly aware of your value on human slavery market and must make a note that this isn't personal, this is business. For your release we have taken a number of factors into consideration. A mistake was made by capturing you, especially considering you are a young mother that should have in no circumstances been lured into kidnapping. Second important factor you are very well aware of is your overall protection by one of our main and very well respected men who made a very clear and solid stance in your case. You will, upon your landing in your home country, cease any investigation activities related to your kidnapping. You also agree to sneak a predetermined set of information into the media and we will expect to see evidence that has been done in the near future. You and your family will, in no way ever talk about us in bad language and without respect. You have been treated fairly, with respect and we expect to hear exactly the same about us in return. You can release any information you have heard from Mo while you're sick, holding as he would never give you any information that could harm our activities. We will not tolerate lying about anything that has happened. You have also agreed to pay outstanding costs of your release of $50,000. We expect that money to be paid in bitcoins within 1 month. Any sort of disobedience with the above will result in your elimination. According to Ayling's account to Italian investigators, she was told several potential buyers had been lined up before the kidnappers had a change of heart. A Polish man, who lives in Britain, was arrested on 18th of July on suspicion of kidnap and extortion, Italian police said. Italian officials released a mugshot of a suspect, named as 30-year-old Lucas Pavloba. It is alleged 2 men tried to sell Ayling online for more than £230,000 and then demanded the model's agent, Phil Green, paid £50,000 to secure her safe release. She was taken to the British consulate in Milan, despite the ransom not being paid. Milan police officer Lorenzo Bucalsi told reporters the group the suspect allegedly worked for offered mercenary services on the dark web. According to a translation on Sky News, Mr. Bucalsi said, "Certainly the author of this very serious crime is a dangerous person, don't forget he was also ready to carry out a final solution, as he called it. He was a killer and was working for an organization on the deep web that is offering mercenary services such as bombing attacks, kidnapping and the selling of girls on the dark web." Italian police said they are working with officials in Britain and Poland as they continue to investigate. A spokeswoman for West Midlands Police said an address in Sampson Close in Oldbury was raided on 18th of July in connection with the investigation.
I hope you enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and comment, or something, or anything. Bye guys, see you next time.